Hi, welcome to PrimeTime Pickleball. My name is Jordan Briones, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can add a new offensive weapon up at the non-volley zone line. Let's jump right in. All right, so thanks for joining us in this video. Really quickly, if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell icon so that you can be notified anytime we release a new video. This really helps us out, so if you do that, we really appreciate it. All right, so like I said in the beginning of the video, this video is how to add a very offensive weapon up at the non-volley zone line, and that is the offensive lob. There's two reasons why this shot can be so effective, and the first is that typically when your opponents are up at the non-volley zone line, they are expecting two different things. They're expecting either a dink or a speed up. Okay, so when you add a third option, which is the lob, this is going to give them a lot of things to think about. All right, so the second reason why the shot can be so effective is that if you hit it successfully, it will push your opponents back off the non-volley zone line and really put you on the offense. All right, so now that we went over why the shot can be so effective, now we're gonna go into the execution of the shot. All right, so just like a dink, you are going to be hitting this ball from a low to high motion, and really there's not much difference, and we'll show you why now. Okay, so just like a dink, and we're talking about a volley dink, so hit me a deeper volley, please. All right, so just like that. As you can see, I'm not using any wrist, and as you can see, it's a low to high motion, and the key differences here is when I throw up this lob is I am going to extend my follow through up. All right, so a volley dink, when I just hit a dink out of the air trying to make it land in my opponent's kitchen, I'm barely hitting it, just a little push here. Now when I want to lob and I need to get that ball up and over, I really want to push up and extend my follow through. And another thing you'll notice is my legs. I really use my legs to control this ball, so I'm not just throwing up a lob with my arm. I'm gonna get low, and then I'm gonna push with my legs, kind of like lifting it up. All right, so we'll show you right here. Okay, on the forehand and the backhand, it's the same thing. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay. So notice I get low, and then it's this low to high motion, and I'm pushing up, and as you can see, I'm using my legs to lift this ball up and over. And then the last thing, like I just mentioned, this is not a wristy shot, and I'm not flicking. Okay, I'm using my legs, and when I contact the ball, I have a stable paddle face. Okay, I'm not like using my wrist or changing it. It's nice and smooth, and I'm just starting low and extending up on my follow through and using my legs. All right, so we just showed you the execution of the shot. Now let's go over 3 tips that I have for you that's really going to help. All right, the first is to make sure that your opponent is all the way up with their feet right up at the non-volley zone line when you hit this ball. You do not want to hit this lob when they're back in the transition zone or really close to the baseline, because this is a surprise shot and you really want to catch them off guard, and you want to lob over their head. So just make sure when you hit the shot that your opponent's feet are all the way up at the non-volley zone line. All right, so the second tip I have for you is to hit this shot after a series of dinks. Okay, you don't want to hit this shot all the time. You want to use it sparingly and also at the right time. You want to set this up and really develop the point before you throw up a shot like this. Okay, so here, hit it after a series of good dinks and surprise your opponent. Okay, so the third tip that I have for you is to lob this ball high and deep. I can't stress this enough. You don't know how many times I've tried this lob and then it's just short and it's not high enough, and then it just gets smashed at my feet. So we actually want to lob it really high if we can, and the whole goal, remember, is to push your opponent back off the line, and it's not to hit a winner. Even if they run back and could get this ball, it's still going to be a tough shot because they're running back. All right, so this last extra tip here that I have for you is practicing this shot can be a little daunting, but you will never succeed if you don't try. This is a good shot that you can add to your toolbox of weapons. And if you do hit a short lob or a lob that's not that deep, just stay low and get ready to block, because they are going to have a high contact point and they are hitting it down at your feet. Place your paddle in a block defensive position right after this lob, just in case your lob doesn't go as deep as you want it. And then you can block that ball, hopefully, and stay in the point. All right, so thanks for joining us in this video. Hopefully this video helped and you can add a new weapon to your toolbox when you're up at the non-volley zone line. Thanks so much for joining us in this video, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell icon if you're not subscribed. That really helps us out. And thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.
Thanks so much for watching. For more free video lessons, please visit PrimetimePickleball.com. But before you head on over there, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, for PrimeTime Pickleball shirts like this and other great apparel, please visit PTPgear.com.